saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.
The world is actually a small piece of the universe, right?
$7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear word.
They weren't coming because they couldn't get in. Once they think they can get in, they're coming, and they are coming at levels that you haven't even seen yet.
Months after his alleged meeting with the Burmese executives. So this Burmese, they say, pronounce it Burmese, a real beautiful company.
The world is actually a small piece of the universe, right?
I don't know who created go. But I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the vote.
Sam, if I could just get the sentence out. We could talk about Jimmy Dore could go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
I eat at the shop, that's what I eat.
Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your...
Testing. Is this thing on? Yo! Hey! What's up? Hello, is this thing on? Testing. Alert! Is this... Oh. That's actually a good point, Catherine. The fucking Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow. I wonder, like, I genuinely, like, it's impossible to measure this without, like, a fucking, like, quantum computer capable of, like, you know, understanding every variable in the entire universe all at once. Right, but I'm very also curious to know as well how many children are directly dead because of Jimmy Dore's actions. That would be great to know. So, folks, we got a show here. Doing a show. Got a program. Which is worse, Jimmy Dore or Sandy Hook? Let's be honest here. Have to go with Jimmy Dore. Got a program. There's a program here, going on. It's happening, again. Again, this is happening. I don't know. It just keeps happening. Like, every fucking day, it feels like. I have to wake up. Every fucking day, it feels like. So, yesterday, folks, I engaged in some binge drinking. I drank, what appears to be, and I say this because it appears to be, I drank what appears to be an entire bottle of $3 wine. And, no hangover. Once again, I woke up, no hangover. Just a little thirsty, maybe. No hangover. So, I believe that I am, in fact, superior, genetically, when it comes to, processing alcoholic beverages. And so, there you go. I'm trying my best. I really, you know, I don't think I had really any water yesterday. But, I might have had a seltzer or two after. But, you know, either way, my point is I am genetically incapable of having hangovers. It's just not going to happen. We still don't believe you. I don't know what to tell you, Mila. I don't know what to tell you. Like, the big test is, like, you have to be there when I wake up in the morning and everything's fine. Like, so, if you want to organize this, you know, if there's ever any opportunity for that to occur. Like, again, I wake up after binge drinking. I'm right there just making coffee, you know, drinking some water, playing with my dog. What the hell is my dog doing? Hi, dog. Hold up. Oh, shit. I did it again. We've got a very precarious situation here. All right, dog. Come here. Look at this dog. I'm just playing with my dog. I'm just playing with my dog. Just playing with my dog. Just playing with my dog. Yeah, so I had an entire bottle, what appears to be, come on, buddy. What appears to be an entire bottle of wine. And I also put some vodka with that. Maxie. I know, Maxie, I know. Okay, here. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. Look at this dog. How's the Faraday cage holding up? It's still blocking the cyber ninjas. They haven't gotten me yet. Come on, Max. Nope. Oh, yep. He's got the wires. Yep, I've got a very precarious situation here with the wires. Should I fix it? Yes. Will I fix it? Probably not. Yeah, so for those of y'all that are interested, my boom arm is not functioning anymore. So I'm working. Sometimes my microphone has a hiss. If someone can let me know if that's ever a thing, I'd like to fix it. Because right now I'm balancing the microphone against a stack of books. That's how I've got it right now. I've got it balancing against a stack of books. And it's very precarious right now because my boom arm has ceased to have proper functionality. So, whatever lets you sleep at night, there you go. I love some good wine and seltzers. I had vodka. There you go. The pink one? I had pink vodka before. It was very good. Open mic. Did I get that shout out? Was the shout out accomplished? Hey, shout outs. I would like that. Ops, I did it again, is now stuck in my head. Frickin' ops. Bill B is an op, if you ask me. Hello, Sandy. Welcome to the goddamn dog. That's right. My goddamn dog. Love the pajama pants. Yep, that's right. I do my show, like, I'm going to be honest, folks. Like, I've got a couple pairs of pajama pants. I just kind of rotate. If I leave the house, I'll put, well, actually, that's also maybe that's not necessarily true either, but I haven't been wearing many regular clothing lately. I've been kind of staying in the house. But, what are you going to do? As a Jimmy Dore fan, I would also like to say he is worse than Sandy Hook, but that's why I like him. There you go. At least you're being honest. I know Matt told us not to talk about him, but I just can't help myself now that we're back to your hangover denial stuff. Again, I'm willing to put every scientific test here on the docket. So, like, if you want to develop any sort of scientific testing regime, right? Measure out the amount of drinks that I will consume over an X amount of period with, like, X amount of water, etc. We can try to get me a hangover if you want. We can engage in science. But outside of that, it's never going to happen. I don't know what to tell you. By the boomer arm of the GOP. That's true. New views. I like views. I got the shout out for you. But I was also going to save it for my next. You can do all of the above. Thank you. Pants are tyranny, that's true. I don't feel well today. We are expecting torrential rains. The barometric pressure is pounding me, but my wood stove is fixed. And it was under warranty. Huge relief. That's great. Yes, it is raining up a goddamn where I am right now. It is, a goddamn that equates to a storm. In this instance, it is raining up a goddamn storm. Where I am at this moment, Max has some muddy paws that he's tracking all over the place. The frickin' mud paw dog. $57 degrees is not comfortable. I would probably die in 57 degrees, to be honest with y'all. I would probably have heat stroke. And so anyway, we are doing a show today. Yesterday's show was a little wacky. Can we talk about yesterday's program? Yesterday's program was a little bit wacky. Again, folks, I've been engaging in a scientific experiment on my brain over the last week or so. I've been engaging in a microdose schedule. And so 2 so far of the 4 days starting Monday, I've been on drugs. So that's it's been producing some interesting results. And so, but today I'm just on coffee today, folks. We're just doing coffee. We're just doing some coffee. So I was told that at 1 a.m. like yesterday, not today, but like 1 a.m. yesterday, that Russia was supposed to invade Ukraine. Has that happened? I don't think it's happened yet. Bodan, the live Ukrainian reporter on the ground, has Russia invaded yet? I did a wacky show yesterday, totally unplanned, to test my battery-weary MacBook. There you go. Unplanned is always... That's why I don't plan. That's something you might not know about me. I typically will do next to no prep work for any of my shows. I have no notes for anything. This is all improvised every single time. Now, like if I'm reading the news just throughout the day and I see a story, I'll put it in my bookmarks, right? But aside from that, I do next to, if not just no prep whatsoever. One, because that's extra work. Prepping is extra work. And two, I think I'm good enough. I think I'm good. I think I don't need to prep. Folks, speaking of prepping, I would like to announce a new series. Andrea Rovenski presents Beans and Guns, or is it Guns and Beans? Yeah, Guns and Beans, a doomer prepper show. Just kidding. But maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do Guns and Beans. I'm not sure, because it sounds funny to me and I love it. We came up with that one yesterday. Folks, speaking of prepping, I've got another announcement. Tomorrow I'm going to have a guest on the program. Tomorrow. So is there a hissing or a hum on the microphone? Let me know. I don't know. Tomorrow I'm going to have a guest on the program at 11 o'clock. We're going to have a guest on the program. I'll probably make a promotional graphic for that on Twitter later. Got a guest on the program tomorrow. A prepper show would be funny as heck. I'm considering doing it because I have been engaging in prepperism. Right? So, but like also like, the field of prepper, right, is very right wing. Right? So like it could just be funny even if I did like just a couple of episodes. But it'll have to wait probably another 6 months at the minimum, if not longer, because, I'm still learning. So I'm a fan of grunge and punk music, along with cassette tapes, so sound quality issues with your mic wouldn't be a bother with me. I like cassette tapes. I have a couple. I like grunge and punk as well. I also have a couple of grunge and punk cassette tapes. So, best of all three of those worlds. Sounds good from my end. Okay. Do it in the accent in your yeehaw cap, of course. I might even switch that off with a MAGA cap, for some episodes. That's how we get them in. They're going to come in, I'm going to have the MAGA hat on, and then I'm going to give them fucking left-wing propaganda. Because, again, having done, any amount of cursory research and prepper stuff, it's almost entirely right-wing. It's crazy, right? It's all, patriots, and all that stuff, and it's we really need more left-wing preppers. So maybe I'll engage in that. Okay. All the YouTubers who do prepper things are batshit insane. That's true. It's true. It's really true. Yeah, I want to research more, rainwater filtration. That's a big thing that I'm interested in, is rainwater filtration. Because if there's societal collapse, where the fuck are you going to get your water? Some people's solutions is to just store water in glass bottles or plastic bottles or something. Glass lasts longer. I suppose. I'm leaning on rainwater filtration. That's my preference, because that's an unlimited amount of access to water, theoretically anyway. But yeah, so anyway, we got a show here today, folks. A program. Ugh. Some stuck in my throat there. So we got a program, and it's happening. All right, so we got a program. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. No, Lord. You know what? I'm going to do this one because this is going to be funny, but... Folks, got a lemon seltz Kroger brand. All right, folks, AOC. Just going to say that a couple more times for the search engine optimization. AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, radical left, and then AOC. All right, so now that the SEO is finished, Marianne Williamson calls out AOC's bullshit for dodging question on whether Pelosi should lead Dem caucus. The former Dem presidential candidate accused a squad member of doublespeak. Folks, this is going to be funny. This is just going to be funny. Former Democratic presidential candidate Marianne Williamson blasted Rep. AOC's D9 for refusing to take a position about House Speaker Nancy Pelosi decalif as one of the leaders of the Democratic caucus, as the leader even. In a recent interview with the New Yorker magazine, the squad, in quotes, member was asked whether it is healthy or not that the Democratic Party, that Pelosi remains Speaker and continues to lead Democrats in the White House. It's really all about a specific moment that we're in, Ocasio-Cortez. We are in such a delicate moment of the day-to-day, particularly with the threats to our democracy. I believe that at the end of the day, there's going to be a generational change in our leadership. That's just a simple fact. Now, when that particular moment happens, I think it's a larger question of conditions and circumstance. You don't want to go near this one, New Yorker's David Remnick said. It's a tough question, the lawmaker said. The lawmaker, in this instance, AOC. It's not even just a question of Speaker. It's a question of our caucus. I wish the Democratic Party had more stones. I wish our party was capable of truly supporting bold leadership that can address root causes. So she basically just says, yeah, fuck Nancy Pelosi. That's what she says. Okay, AOC stan. Okay, I get it. All right, I'm the AOC fangirl here. I understand. But to me, this is her saying Nancy Pelosi needs to go, but do we really have a better replacement just yet? That's what that's saying. Now, again, get a better fucking replacement. That's my solution. AOC, how about you run for Speaker? Like, get someone better for Speaker, right? Like, that should be the goal. Honestly, that should be one of the major goals of the progressives, and especially the squad in Congress, should be to have some form of they should have done that before this session of Congress, in my opinion, and they should continue to do that. They should be trying to find and line up a replacement. Now, again, Nancy Pelosi did say that this was going to be her last term as Speaker of the House. That's what she said in 2020, right before this term of the Congress, right? So again, we'll see if she's going to try it again. She might just say, "Oh, one more time," like a fucking gambling addict, right? Now again, I don't view this as doublespeak. She's just giving a long and elaborate answer. I really don't. Again, She is basically, it's not even a question of the speaker, it's a question of our caucus. I wish the Democratic Party had more stones. I wish our party was capable of truly supporting. She's saying that Nancy Pelosi doesn't support root causes or workers, doesn't support regular people, and she's not bold leader. She's not a bold leader, right? That's what she's saying. So she's harassing the shit out of Nancy Pelosi in this segment here. Now again, I do think that she should just come out and say, yeah, we should probably look for a new speaker. But again, also, maybe she is doing that behind the scenes. I don't know. It's possible. So anyway, I don't have that big of a problem with this, but this is funny because, during an interview on the progressive outlet Status Quo News, Williamson slammed the response. So let's go check out Status Quo's clip. Now again, interesting. I just want to say it's interesting that Status Quo is being quoted by Fox News for a smear campaign against AOC. I just think that's interesting. No, not trying to be rude to Jordan here in any capacity, but that is interesting. It's certainly interesting. So let's check this out. Let's see this clip. Let's see what the bulls. Even Status Quo is censoring the free speech. Fox News is going bulls. Status Quo is that such bullshit? Like why is everyone afraid of bullshit? Bullshit. Bullshit. Like, it's not bullshit. One more time. Bullshit. All right.
AOC acknowledged it's a tough question. It's not even just a question of the speaker. It's a question of our caucus. I wish the Democratic Party had more stones. I wish our party was capable of truly supporting bold leadership that could address root causes. I'm not trying to pinata AOC here. Obviously, we agree on policies, but I got to be honest. On one end, she's saying she wishes the Democratic Party has more stones, but she won't answer simply, no, I think it's time for a change.
There are many times when I really appreciate Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, but this is not one of them. That was such bullshit. That was such a doublespeak. At the end of the day, when is that end of the day going to be? When these people turn 95? Is that when the end of the day is going to be? That we're just going to wait? I mean, these people who are 80, 85, 90, holding on to this kind of power, not allowing the leadership to come up. So then Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says, well, it will happen at the end of the day.
So again, you can criticize AOC, that's fine. I mean, I don't even, I have problems with Marianne Williamson, especially after that one thing where she went on Bill Maher and basically agreed that Justin Trudeau is Hitler. That's a little strange, right? That just happened a couple days ago. But again, Marianne Williamson is also a politician. Let's be honest. Right, let's be honest. She's also a politician. She's a, quote, Dem presidential candidate. Why doesn't Marianne do more? Why doesn't she run for Congress? I mean, Marianne could win a Congress seat. Do you think, honestly, do you think Marianne Williamson could win a Congress seat? I think she could. She could pick one of those seats, spend her billions of Oprah monies, and win a Congress seat, and then do something. She could. She has that potential. She is mega fucking rich. But instead, she ran for president to boost her profile. She could have run in the midterms. Maybe she will. I don't know. So that's my thing, right? If you're, what is the number one thing that prevents people that are left-leaning from getting into Congress? Money. Money. Marianne Williamson has a lot of money. She can run for Congress. She can win. She can become the AOC of everyone's dreams if she wants to. So I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. Now, again, is what Marianne Williamson is saying here that bad? No, it's not. Let's be honest. I'm just being honest here. I think it's very funny and very interesting that Fox News is blowing this out of proportion. I really do. I also think that this framing in this tweet here from Status Quo is a little strange. I mean, again, it's clickbait. I get it. Status Quo and we're in the same industry here. It's all clickbait. If you've got someone saying a curse word, that's, I get it. It's got clicks. This is all, this is really just, so embarrassing just on every structure of media here, right? So, you can disagree slightly with AOC. You can maybe want a better, answer. That's fine. But as far as politicians answering questions, this is a good answer. She's saying the Democratic Party sucks right now. Nancy Pelosi sucks, but we don't really have anyone else lined up yet, at least that we're going to say publicly. Right? Like, okay, I mean, you know, it's a decent answer. I mean, like, it's not like, it's really not that bad, right? It's not bullshit. It's not doublespeak, in my opinion. But again, we live in this, like, clickbait culture where everything is, like, hyperbolized, in headlines. You know, it's all hyperbole. It's always, you know, everyone's crying. And again, it's interesting that Fox News is going to try to print this, like, out left, like, hit piece on AOC. Like, they're trying to say, like, look, AOC doesn't even appeal to the left. Right? Again, like I need you to understand these are the alliances that are being made. Now, am I saying that you shouldn't criticize AOC because Fox News might pick up on the story? No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, you know, I think Marianne Williamson and Jordan Sheridan should mention that this is a bad thing for Fox News to be picking up on this in this way. That's bad, in my opinion. It's bad. It breaks my heart the way Republicans are more willing to stand up to their leaders than so many Democrats, Williamson said. Why is Nancy Pelosi still there? Okay, this is just... Now, this is dumb. Like, this is just like you're not living in the real world. Like, this is just... You are living in a fantasy world. Marianne Williamson apparently said, it just breaks my heart the way Republicans are more willing to stand up to their leaders than so many Democrats. Republicans are willing to stand up to their leaders? Come on. That's just dumb.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
That's just stupid, yeah. Marianne, I should try to get Marianne Williamson on my show. Do you think she would come on my show? If she comes on Status Quo, she might come on my show. What do y'all think? Should we get this campaign? Fuck it, let's go. Marianne, come on my show. Let's do it. Let's do it. You were my number 2 in the primary. But also, I mean, like, you know, number 2 and, like, number 10 are the exact same in the primary. But, you know, Marianne Williamson wants to come on the show. Let's do it. She would? You think so? How do I do this? Do I send her an email? Like, what do I do? What needs to be done? What needs to be done? If she goes on fucking Status Quo, she'll go on my show, right? That's what I should. Right? Right? Like, so, let's get it. I've got criticisms. I've got critiques. I've got critiques, folks. And criticisms. Criticisms and critiques. C and C's, folks, for Marianne Williamson. Just breaks my heart the way Republicans are more willing to stand up to their leaders. I would like to ask that question, what Republican? Because if you're talking about Liz Cheney, like, let's be honest, right? Like, let's be honest. She's not really standing up to the leaders of anything, right? She is the daughter of the former vice president. She sees herself as a leader more than Donald. Like, there's, like I'm going to be honest, right? Like, that's a dumb statement. I'm more concerned with that than anything about the AOC thing. I'm more concerned that Marianne Williamson thinks apparently Republicans are standing up to their leaders. I would love to see that. I would love to see any evidence of that at all. That would be great. To see any evidence at all that Republicans stand up to their leaders would be great, wonderful to see. The motherfucker, Donald Trump literally tried to destroy the U.S. government, and he couldn't even get a conviction. Like, so let's, like, I mean, come on. Come on, right? Like, come on. Come on. What do I think about Putin and Russia? Russia is garbage. I mean, like, Putin is garbage. I mean, the Russian people, obviously, you know, I don't know the Russian people. I've met a couple Russians. But Putin is garbage. He's trash, and I think his imperialistic dreams are something that needs to be, checked on a little bit. I reached out to Noam Chomsky a couple of months ago and got, like, an automated reply of some kind and did not get any, things since then. So I think he's just got, like, a backlog. Maybe it was, like, a month ago. I don't know. It was sometime. It was one of those shows where I was, like, doing the whole, like, and then someone said you should email Noam Chomsky, and then I did it after the show. So, if anyone else, and everyone else should email Noam Chomsky, hey, there's a show that you should go on. Everyone else email Noam Chomsky as well. Go for it. Catherine, I agree. That's a really bad, it's really bad. Like, I agree, it's really bad. Super bad, even. Not to be confused with the film. That's true. He is in fact busy and old. That's factual. That's factual. All right, so we got a show here today. Doing a show today. That was the plan. Anyway. The plan was to do a show. Go for it, Anastasia. Should I do it again? Is that annoying? I view that as annoying. Like, what if he just didn't get to my email yet because he's like a couple weeks behind? Or whatever, like a month or two behind. And then, like, he gets to it. Right? And then he gets to my second one. And then it's like, oh, well, this person's just being annoying. Like, that's my interpretation. I just assume that they're behind. Oh, this is great. This is awesome. Hold up. This might be the best news I've ever seen in my life. A Texas lawyer says he had hit rock bottom after losing his fiancée, friends, and job because of his participation during the Capitol riot, but has no regrets. Folks, this is a cult. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, we all know this. This isn't like a new, like, you know, whoa, Trumpers are a cult? Whoa, crazy analysis, right? But this is a cult. I lost my fiance, friends, and job, but I'm still in. Like, what the fuck? What? Like, Paul Davis said his life fell apart after he attended the Stop the Steal rally and Capitol riot last year in Washington, D.C. Davis, an attorney, by the way, an attorney. This guy is a licensed fucking attorney. And he tried to destroy the U.S. government. That should, like, you should have your fucking bar license revoked. Like, let's be honest. The motherfucker tried to literally destroy the institution of government in this country. You should not be allowed to be a lawyer at that point. Told Insider he lost his job, fiance, and friends after he came home from the, what the fuck? Folks, there's so much wrong here. There's so much wrong here. Okay. This paragraph may be one of the worst written paragraphs of all time. Okay. Davis, an attorney from Frisco, Texas, told Insider he lost his job, fiance, and friends after he came home from on January 6, 2020, insurrection that left 5 people, including a Capitol Hill officer, dead. What the fuck? Like, he came home from and then it was also 2021. It's not 2020. It was 2021. And he came from and like, what the fuck? What the fuck? But okay. A day after the riot, the insurance firm where Davis had worked as an associate general counselor for 7 months had announced in a tweet that he had been fired. Well, that's good. He eventually had to sell his home as he had no stream of income. That's amazing. That's great. Davis, 40, said his fiancée started to act cold toward him after a local Texas news station tweeted out that he lived in Frisco. He said he feared a mob would show up outside his door and asked his dad to pick up his house keys from his fiancée and remove his guns and gold. I love it. Guns and gold. Oh my God, that's amazing. Remove his guns and gold from the house. His fiancée refused to give his dad the keys. I can't do that, Davis said. She told him it's too dangerous and I don't want to be responsible. 2 weeks after the Capitol riot, Davis's fiance left him and his friends cut ties too. Everything that I'd worked so hard for 10 years evaporated overnight. And this guy's just posting through it. This guy's just fucking posting through it. This is great. I just didn't want to go on, he added, saying he felt isolated and alone. I mean, I wanted to die. I really did. I was in so much emotional pain. I was lonely. I didn't even know how to and then I logged on to patriot.com or whatever it is. And then I made an account on Gab. Like, this is an origin story. Like, he began to have panic attacks every night because of the looming uncertainty and loneliness. Now, again, I hope that Business Insider isn't printing this so that we feel bad for this guy. To me, this is just like torture porn. This is torture porn for me. Like, I'm just enjoying it. In my mind, I didn't do anything wrong. Capitol riot organizers were emboldened by former President Donald Trump's urges to protest the results of the 2020 election. So let me get this straight. So the insurrection happened on January 6, 2020, according to Business Insider. But They're, you know, so I know it's a typo. It happens. Well, members of Congress were meeting inside the Capitol building the day to certify. Okay, since the Capitol riot, lawmaker. Okay, this is just a basic. In my mind, I didn't do anything wrong. He told Insider, I didn't cross any boundaries. I didn't insult anybody. But I knew that doesn't matter a lot of times. Oh my God. Davis, who said he was verbally protesting the results of the presidential election. Like, why? Like, that alone is why no one likes you. You're a fucking freak. You're from Texas. You went all the way across the goddamn motherfucking goddamn country to go protest an election where Donald Trump clearly lost. Again, Donald Trump is the loser of the 2020 election. He lost epic style. You went across the fucking country to cry and whine like a little baby because you don't know basic fucking English and you can't read a fucking legal document even though you're a fucking lawyer, to see that all of his fucking lawsuits got thrown out of court by Trump-appointed judges. They were like, nah, bro, that's fucking stupid, right? So that alone makes you worth leaving. You're a fucking loser. And then if you participated in the fucking riots and at the insurrection at all, I mean, like what the fuck? I don't regret going. Like these people, I mean, again, I really don't even, I can't even.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Really, really, really. I'm protesting at the Sophie Center. Cleveland really won. The Super Bowl hoax. Take it down. I agree. I fucking agree. There is no way that, I don't even know who won, but there's no way that they won. Fuck them. It's Cleveland. I don't know what Cleveland's team is, but it's a big hoax. It's a big hoax, folks. The Super Bowl hoax. Those motherfuckers really, they lost epic style. Since it was LA and Cincinnati, Cleveland wasn't even, well, that's the thing. They got systematically removed. They were supposed to be at the game, so they secretly won. I'm not gonna buy, yeah, I don't. Anyway, so we got some news here. We got news here. And so, we got some news here, and there's some news. Folks, let's check cryptocurrency. You can judge my facial expressions by how well my portfolio is doing. So let's... Anyway, so let's do a show. We got a show going on. We got a show. Just ignore that. All right. The CDC wants to give people a break from masking up indoors as hospitalizations, cases, and deaths drop. All right. So let me just go check the Worldometer page. Let me just check it. I'm just going to check. Just going to check. Daily deaths. Okay, so here we're at the daily deaths chart. Now, we went from 3,000 a day to 2,800 a day? Yeah. Deaths are dropping. We dropped, yeah, we were at 3,600. Then we went to 3,000. Now we're at 2,800. On 9/11, every other day, right? You know, let's just have a break. You know, let's just take a spring break from COVID, folks. Spring break. I just need to tell y'all, the CDC under the Biden administration here has been so bad at messaging. I can't. The way that American society has made wearing a mask to be such a difficult thing to me is I've never had the only problem I've ever had with wearing a mask is like my glasses fogging up and then like I just adjust the nose strap and then I fix it. Like, what the fuck? This idea that Americans are like boiling under the surface, right? Like you're cooking pasta that's like really foamy, right? And you have too much water and then like the foam like comes off, right? But you have a lid on, right? And that's the mask. But like we're boiling, you know, we're gonna fucking any minute now the masks are gonna explode off of us and we're gonna be free. Like, what is wrong with you people? What is wrong with these fucking morons? And this is the CDC. Again, the CDC during the Omicron wave said, good news, everyone. Only people that have diabetes and that are obese are dying from COVID. Good news. It's only the disabled are dying. Good news, folks. Reminder, that was their messaging during the Omicron wave. Reminder, during the peak of the Omicron wave, they cut back mask requirements and recommendations. They went from 10 days to 5 days, and then they said you can take your mask off if, quote, symptoms are resolving. So your fever went from 102 to 101.6. Therefore, your symptoms are resolving. Take the mask off. That's what the CDC has said. And now, as the Omicron wave is, again, now let's be fair. Let's look at the cases. The cases are dropping. That's true. Okay? But again, you want to know why the cases are dropping? Again, people get tested and their cases get logged a couple days after they get infected, right? So the CDC said, everyone, don't worry. 5 days is enough. Take your masks off, right? Around Christmas time, right? Now, what happened a couple of days after Christmas? Okay. So we have, okay, literally, again, so this is the CDC. The last time they changed their guidelines, we saw this. The last time we reached 1 million cases every like 24-hour period. The last time the CDC decided to make a change, okay? And then people were like, oh shit, everyone's fucking dying. So then they said, fuck the CDC, we're keeping this covered. And then a month later, the cases started dropping again. Okay, so I need y'all to understand, right? Like, cases are dropping. That doesn't mean, all right, let's just go back to normal, and then the cases will go back up. Every single time we've gone back to normal. Remember when the vaccine came out? I got the vaccine. I went to a couple grocery stores when I was freshly vaccinated with my mask off. Well, actually, I did it like twice because I forgot it at home. But, you know, whatever. I'm still alive. You know, remember they said, drop the mask, right? And then what happened? Oh, look, we almost beat it. But then also we dropped the masking and then the Delta variant popped up. And then boom, 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 right? Delta variant. And then everyone was like, oh, Delta's over. It's all good, bro. It's all good. And then, oh, Omicron pops up. So again, I'm just curious. Like, are we just going to go through this again? Is this like, are we just looping? Are we just looping? We're like on an endless fucking hamster wheel here. The CDC is always just going to, oh, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's good. And then the cases are going to explode again. And deaths are not dropping. I refuse to even accept the propaganda that deaths are dropping. A 9/11 every day is not acceptable. It's just not. 9/11 every single day? I disagree. I would prefer not to have a 9/11 every single day. That's just my preference. So anyway, let's actually just get into this article here. Walensky said that the White House briefing on Wednesday that the CDC is now considering hospital capacity as a critical benchmark for gauging the pandemic's severity, and that this would be an essential factor determining its guidance measuring in the coming weeks. I don't understand why the fuck this is such a big deal. The people that don't wear masks aren't listening to CDC guidance, right? So, like, the CDC and Biden's like, well, if we just say we can lift a man, then you know, the right will be nice to us. Those motherfuckers want to kill you. Like, they think that there's, like, medical tyranny going on. They're fucking, they're crazy, right? They want to kill you, right? They want to kill us. They want to kill everyone. So, who are they appeasing here? The liberals that are going to be like, well, I trust the CDC. Let's take my mask. And then, like, 4 months later, they're going to die. I'm just saying, like, what? Like, this is a great comment from Smia. Food poisoning cases finally down. Now we can leave the potato salad in the sun again. That's so true. That's so true. Oh, food poisoning is down, so we can skip washing our hands when we cook now. Right? Like that's the same thing, right? Like, oh, we're just washing our hands because there's a lot of food poisoning outbreaks going on. I just had some diarrhea, and the toilet paper ripped and tore as I was wiping. But I don't need to wash my hands. The food poisoning is going down. The cases of food poisoning are actually decreasing. They went from 80 to 79, so therefore I'm gonna go back right into the kitchen with my diarrhea hands, right? Because logic, right? What? We want to give people a break from things like mask wearing when the metrics are better. A break? What does that mean, a break? Like, people act like, oh, they're wearing masks all day, every day. I'm in my house right now. I don't need to wear a fucking mask. I wear a mask when I'm in public, when I'm around other people. We get a break from wearing a mask every fucking day. We get a break every day. So this is fascinating, like psychopathy and levels of cringe that is just unimaginable to me. COVID-19 hospitalizations in the U.S. this week fell 28% from the week before, while deaths related to the coronavirus have decreased 9%. 9%. What? 9%? That's your metric for success? We went from 2 9/11s every day to 1.9 9/11s every day. We're doing great. What? What? I'm just like, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. This is so fucking stupid. I really can't. I really can't. A fourth fucking shot. He presented data showing that the protection against severe disease from Moderna and Pfizer booster shots wanes from around 90% to 78% within 4 months, which he noted is still a good level of protection. I'll get a fourth shot if I need to. Fuck it. I'm down. When did I get my booster? I got it like December. Fuck. Mid-December I got mine, so got another couple months before I need another one. But anyway, this is just this whole like, oh, let's take the masks off. Oh, and then okay, so we take our masks off, and then the cases skyrocket again. Huh. It must be like the weather. Right, the cases skyrocket every time we take our masks off. It's like, it's like it's raining. There's the tide goes in, the tide comes out. You can't explain it. Right? Right? Like, so the cases skyrocket every time we slash the recommendations. Interesting. Let's just keep doing it. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, it's just so dumb. It's just so stupid, motherfucker. It's just so dumb. It's dumb. It's goddamn stupid. I'm mad. Gamer Hayden 49, don't play Hell Revealed 2. I like Hell Revealed 2. I like Hell Revealed 2. What the hell? Folks, I'd like to remind everyone that I've got a guest coming on the show tomorrow at 11. A guest will be on the show. So 24 hours from now. Well, actually 24 hours and 4 minutes. We got to be clear. Hell Revealed 2 is bad? You're bad, motherfucker! That's right. Hell Revealed 2 is good, actually. Now, is it great? Oh. I don't know if it's great. But it's not bad. It's certainly not bad. I can say it's certainly not bad. This would have never gotten this bad, and we likely... Yeah, I agree, Catherine. If Trump weren't president when the pandemic started, I think things would be way better. That being said, Biden's handling of the pandemic is also really fucking bad. I think Biden would have handled it better when it was 15 cases, you know? Like, or Hillary, of course. If it was 15 cases and we had a Democrat in the office, we would not be here right now. That said, right, the pandemic has been normalized in American society. And as of this moment, the Biden administration is doing a horrible fucking job, right? They've basically just given up. I do think that they would have been able to contain it at the get-go, but I feel like their opinion is that, yeah, we're fucked, so let's just ride it out. That seems to be their strategy, and I can't fucking believe that we're here in 2022 still dealing with this shit. I can't we are still here in 2022. We are still dealing with this garbage. It's insane. It is insane to me. Like, Joe Biden, like, think about it. Joe Biden is less popular than Donald Trump in some polls. That's crazy. It's outdated and unfun to play. Gamer Hayden, why are you coming into the chat just to shit on fucking L Revealed 2, by the way? Like, what led you to this? Speaking of, by the way, gotta retweet the stream. Gotta retweet the goddamn, folks. Gotta retweet the goddamn. Only one retweet, that's a problem. You gotta retweet the show. Apparently Twitter is not working for me now. Alright, Twitter is down. Alright, so we got a show here. Doing a show. We are doing a show here. Here we have a show, and it's being done. Okay. Let's see. Got a show happening. Oh my god. Hey, Andrea, I'm pretty sure a year ago, you said that if we were still in the pandemic in 2022, you would off yourself. No, I'm good. I was, typical hyperbolization. Goddamn, give me a fucking break. Is Twitter working now? Let me see. Twitter, are you functioning? No, Twitter is down, folks. It's not fucking working. Fuck. I was just going to do a segment that involved a tweet video, and now I can't do it. Because Twitter's down. This is why we got to move to Web 3, folks. Alright? The centralized, shitty website is down! Hello, Sam Law. Wait, I thought you were a trans woman. That's a weird comment. But thank you. Welcome to the show. Boy shot and killed. That's no good. Former officer snaps! Well, these fucking cops' conviction overturned. Wait, what? What? Wait, what the fuck is this story? That's crazy. Florida appeals court overturns conviction of Miami officer who shot autistic man's caretaker. A South Florida appeals court Wednesday overturned the conviction of a former North Miami Police Department officer who was found guilty of negligence for shooting an autistic man's caretaker in 2016. Court documents show Florida's 3rd District Court of Appeal overturned a conviction for misdemeanor culpable negligence for Jonathan Alida after determining it was invalid because prosecutors did not allow testimony during a June 2019 trial from the SWAT commander who trained Alida, the documents show. What? In a statement emailed to CNN, Florida State Attorney Catherine Fernandez Rundle said the decision is disappointing to all who believe that this shooting incident was unnecessary and incorrect. The office may ask the appeals court for a rehearing, the statement continued. In July 2016, Alida was one of 13 officers who responded to a call about a man with a gun. Court documents show when officers arrived, they encountered Arnaldo Rios Soto, a man with severe developmental disabilities, and his caretaker, Charles Kinsey, in the middle of an intersection. According to court documents, Rios Soto was rocking back and forth and playing with a silver toy truck. Court documents said Kinsey was told the first 2 officers who arrived at Rios Soto had a toy. Alida arrived sometime after that, and some officers on scene said it appeared the toy was a gun. Alida's lawyers argued that he thought he was observing a hostage situation. He shot at Rios Soto 3 times but missed, hitting Kinsey once. So the guy's a fucking dumbass. This is why cops are stupid. Is they don't listen, they don't wait, they don't learn, they immediately react. They are fundamentally reactionary. They are fundamentally reactionary. Everyone else, this reminds me of when that 14-year-old was shot and killed in the mall. Right? The cop who killed the 14-year-old, every other officer was like, no, settle down, stop it. That cop that killed the 14-year-old, right, ran in front of the crowd of cops, right, tried to take charge. Everyone told him to back off, and he just ignored them, and then he killed a 14-year-old. Right, this is the same thing. Cops will not listen to one another. And that always ends up with people being shot. Alida is elated by the appeals court decision and wants to return to work. This is a dumb motherfucker who should be banned from law enforcement. And they're excited. They're having a great day. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. One officer about 15 to 20 feet away heard Kinsey's yelling and said over the radio to use caution because the person advised that it's a toy. So everyone else knew it was a toy. Everyone was telling this cop it's a toy. A minute later, the officer said over the radio that he had visual and the item did not appear to be a firearm. Everyone except this guy is like, toy, 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 toy. And then this guy's like, what is that, your gun? And then shot. And could have killed someone. Luckily, did not. Every time you shoot someone, or every time you fire your weapon, you are potentially killing someone, and therefore the intent should be attempted murder. If you are firing a weapon that was designed to kill people, that is attempted murder. Just because they didn't die doesn't mean it's not attempted murder. They shot wildly, didn't listen to any of their coworkers, right? And tried to kill someone. In a March 2019, a jury acquitted Alida of the misdemeanor culpable negligence charge relating to Rios Soto. However, a mistrial was declared because the jury could not reach a verdict for the remaining 3 charges. During a second trial in June 2019, Alida was acquitted on the 2. This is ridiculous to me. This whole story is ridiculous. And the cover, this is a CNN, this isn't Fox News. The cover is this guy smiling. This guy being happy that he successfully almost murdered an autistic man and accidentally shot their caretaker who was handling the situation. And now they're happy, they're smiling, and they're going to go back to work. Next time you have a mental health crisis and you call 911, if you live in Florida, this guy might be showing up at your door with a gun. So just factor that in. It's ridiculous. It was no accident. I Yeah, it's not an accident. The accident is that he wasn't killed. That's the accident. When you shoot, you are killing. When you shoot, you are aiming to end someone's life. If you miss, right? If you shoot and then it only hits their arm, that's attempted murder. It doesn't matter if you accidentally shot their arm instead of their fucking head, or their chest, or their heart, or their liver. When you fire the weapon, your goal is to kill the other person on the other end of it. There is no exception. So, fuck them. Now let's see if Twitter's working again. I can't get Twitter to work. Look at this. Something went wrong. Try reloading. I can't get it to work. I'm being censored. My free speech is under attack right now. Like, this is legit. Look at this. I'm being fucking censored. Live on stream. I'm censored. This is a suppression tactic. Folks, this is a suppression tactic. Alright, in incognito. I'm being censored. I'm being censored, folks. The censorship has begun. The slippery slope. The slippery fucking slope, folks. I don't know what to tell you. Slippery goddamn slope. A slippery slope. Big tech is one. No, the tweet's still there. Oh. Oh my god. My fucking... Once again, I am stretching. And it is like a sexual experience, you know? Like, my body is just... Oh my god. Oh. That feels so good. Alright. We got a show here. I guess we have a show. I guess we have a show. I mean, maybe. All right, let's talk about this. This is pretty nutso. I mean, I feel like I'm living in a Twilight Zone episode. I really do. I really feel like this is a Twilight Zone thing. All right. So here, Michigan withdraws mask advisory, including for schools, as worst of Omicron surge is behind us. Again, folks, why? You want to know why the surge is ending? It's because there's enough people taking precautions to reduce transmission. That's why the surge reduces. When there are spikes, people are more concerned, and they're more likely to wear masks and protect themselves and their family. Right? That's why the surge goes down. It's not like Omicron naturally is like, I'm getting tired. I don't really feel like infecting everyone else anymore. All right, taking a break. No. People started wearing masks again. Much more careful. Because there were 1 million cases a day for a while now, right? And then the cases went down. When you lift the mask mandates, the cases are going to go back up. We're 2 years in. This isn't February of 2020, or I guess even April or May of 2020. This is year 3 of the coronavirus pandemic. We are in year 3, and all of our leaders, everywhere, are dumber than dumb. They are dumber than dumb. Like, imagine a dumb motherfucker. These motherfuckers are dumber than that dumb motherfucker you just imagined. Dumber than dumb. And these are Democrats. Why? In what world does this make any sense, even politically? The right doesn't even believe in this shit. Okay? They're the ones mostly fueling these surges. So if this is like a goal, if the goal of this is to appease the right, they're not going to be appeased. But let's read. Michigan is altering its indoor mask guidance, including in K-12 schools, to reflect the improving COVID-19 picture throughout the state. Huh? On Wednesday, February 16th, the state health department announced a withdrawal of its public health advisory on masking in indoor public settings, which was put in place in November. The advisory recommended all people wear a face mask indoors in public settings, regardless of vaccination status. And that's a good advisory, and it should still be in effect. In expiring the advisory, state officials are leaning on individuals, families, and communities to assess their own risk for COVID-19 exposure and transmission to wear masks, quote, when it makes sense. Huh? So always. It always makes sense to wear a mask if you are in public. The answer when it makes sense is 100% of the time. If you're indoors, wear a fucking mask. If you're outside and there's no one else around you for a big radius, fine. Take the mask off, whatever. If you're outside, except it's like a busy New York street and you're bumping into people every 15 seconds, keep your fucking mask on. When it makes sense is 100% of the time when you're around other people. That's when it makes sense. What the fuck is this shit? What is this shit? What is this shit? This mixed messaging garbage is so dumb. It's so dumb. As we enter this recovery period, it's not that we're telling people not to mask. That's exactly what you're saying. Dr. Dumbfuck Motherfuck, stupid ass bitch, Michigan's acting chief medical executive. It's that we're saying broad mask recommendations are really a local decision. Go fuck yourself, you genocidal freak. That's what I have to say to this Dr. Dumbfuck. This idea that wearing a mask is so difficult. Oh no! I have to wear a mask for 30 seconds while I go get my avocados at the grocery store. Ah! What? What? These are children! Dr. Dumbfuck Motherfuck, Michigan's acting chief medical executive, is a 5-year-old. This is a fucking 5-year-old. You're putting a fucking goddamn child in front of the fucking medical fucking office branch of the fucking Michigan state government. This is a fucking kid. This is a fucking child, motherfucker. Not even an adult child, honestly. This is a fucking puppy. This is a fucking little kitty cat, motherfucker. This is disgusting. These people are fucking losers. Every single one of them belongs in jail. It's one thing if you're a dumb fuck walking around. It's another if you are in a fucking position of power and you are telling people, it's okay, you're fine. You are the one who we delegate this responsibility to. You are the one who tells us when and when not that we should be concerned about a pandemic that's killing 2,000 people every day. 9/11 every single day. In this country? You are the one that went to school for presumably 5 to 10 years to learn about this stuff so that you can properly keep us protected. And instead of doing that, you're saying, fuck it, you're on your own, bitch. That's what they're saying. Oh, it's a local decision. AKA, you want me to do my job? Nah, you're on your own. Dr. Dumbfuck Bagdasarian needs to go to fucking prison. Just with every other official who has ever done this fucking shit. They need to go to jail now for genocide. This is genocide. Because you want to know who is most affected by this pandemic? The immunocompromised, the disabled, who can't, quote, go back to normal. This is genocide. These are genocidal freaks that don't give a fuck about the disabled, that don't give... Again, the CDC director said it was good news that only the disabled were dying. Good news, folks. Only the disabled are dying. That's great. Only the obese are dying. Isn't that wonderful? That's what the CDC director said. These people are genocidal freaks that should be held accountable just like the Nazis were held accountable in the Nuremberg trials. These are Nazis, plain and simple. I have no problem with saying that. These are eugenicist scumbag Nazis. Every single one of these motherfucking so-called doctor quack fucking morons who doesn't understand basic fucking science, apparently. Again, do you want to know why the cases are going down? It's because more people wore masks in response to the fucking spike. That's why cases are going down. So when you say take your mask off, guess what? The cases are going to go back up. This is the fucking third time we're going to go through this fucking rodeo. Fourth time even. Remember in March and April of 2020 when there was these so-called lockdowns and then the cases went down? And then they just went back up by the end of summer of 2020? And then they stayed up until the vaccination came out, right, around March and April of 2021, and then the cases went back down. Everyone was, ooh. And then guess what? Everyone loosened restrictions. Cases went back up with the Delta variant in the late summer and fall of 2021. And then the Delta variant, people are like freaking out. They put their mask back on. Okay. Then the cases went back down again. And everyone's like, all right, chilling. Woo! Take your mask off, bro. Then, guess what happened? The Omicron variant started infecting 1 million people every day. And people were like, whoa, holy shit, they put their mask back on. And once again, here we are at the fucking 5th fucking time of this loop. People are like, oh, all right, we're chill. Take the mask off. Are you motherfuckers dumb? Like, are these people stupid? People are dying. These are real people that are dying. I know people that are dead. When this pandemic started, I had people in my family that were alive. In my family, in my extended family, friends of friends that were alive. Now they are dead. What? Masks are still recommended for isolation and quarantine periods. Yeah, when you already are sick. Masks are recommended when you're already sick, so you don't get other people as sick as you are. How about you just wear them before you get sick? How about maybe if you wore a mask the whole time, you wouldn't have gotten sick? Maybe. It's possible. This whole thing is just ridiculous to me. Response. Local and state public health implement rapid response to a surge. The public may be advised to increase masking, testing, and social distancing. Why? Why does anyone have to increase? Why don't we just have a consistent rate of caution? Recovery. Post-surge, no immediate resurgence predicted. Local and state public health will monitor conditions that could lead to future surges. What does that mean? The conditions are when everyone is unmasked and talking to one another and going to big events and super spreaders. Readiness. A surge in cases is expected, with implications of severity of illness and hospital capacity, increased communications to the public. Yeah, I would love increased communications. This whole thing is just ridiculous. This whole thing. I mean, it feels like an episode of the fucking Twilight Zone. It really does. It really does. It feels like an episode of the fucking Twilight Zone. 3,000 people dying a day is not... I find that unacceptable. I do. I find it unacceptable. I find it unacceptable. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I can't wait for the next variant to come back. It's gonna be great. We're in a fucking infinite loop. So we got a dumb fuck in the chat that thinks endemic means it goes away. That's great. Yeah. You study every paper, and yet you think endemic means end. It means it's over. Endemic means, the definition of endemic is that it is not like a civilization destroying amount of people dying. Hospitals are not overwhelmed consistently all the time. The current death toll is approximately 1 million. That's endemic. And also, endemic isn't good. The goal should not be to have things be endemic. The goal should be to have them end, eradicated. That should be the goal. Endemic just means, oh, we're living with people dying. Endemic is what we're at with the flu. People die with the flu every single year. I find that unacceptable. People should not be dying of the flu. Also, look at the healthcare system in this fucking country, where people are uninsured or underinsured and they have to pay out the ass to even get a fucking checkup. That's why so many people are fucking dying. These motherfuckers are so goddamn fucking stupid. They're so fucking dumb. And the cosmic irony is that the dumb motherfuckers, yes, there are a good amount of dumb motherfuckers that are dying, and I love every minute of it. I do. The conservative talk radio motherfuckers dying on their deathbeds. Oh, I wish I did. Great. That's amazing material. And honestly, it warms my heart every time they die. It does. Fuck them. Fuck them. But you know what doesn't warm my heart? The fact that most of the people dying are people that don't deserve to fucking die. Disabled people. People with heart problems. People that may have gotten like a transplant at one time in their life, so they're immunocompromised. People that have just general autoimmune diseases. This country is unhealthy. Everyone in this country is unhealthy. Because this country designed us to be this way. It creates unhealthy food in every environment so that we all have very low functioning immune systems. Like the default in this country is extremely horribly functioning immune system. Right? So immunocompromised folks, right? Their immune systems are trashed, right? Because of certain diseases and other disabilities that are beyond their control, right? And then people that otherwise would be fine, right? Because this country feeds us poison every day, have shitty immune systems, right? People don't get enough vitamin D in this fucking country, right? And so the general immune system of this country is shit. It's garbage. It's trash. Because this country designed us to be this way. We have poison in every fucking grocery store shelf. We have poison in every fucking fast food chain. Poison, poison, poison. We constantly drink and engorge ourselves in poison, right? And we have no health insurance, so we can't go to fucking get a checkup every fucking 2 months to see how the poison's treating our body. And then boom, we go to the doctor when it's like when we hit the ground screaming of a heart attack at our fucking job, right? Then we go to the doctor, then we find out we got stage 3 fucking cancer. Whoops, it's already over. That's this fucking country. It's an infinite loop. Let's see, does my fucking Twitter work again? My Twitter's not fucking functioning. What the fuck? I wanted to talk about Andrew goddamn Yang's bullshit. And I can't. Because fucking Twitter's not working. What the fuck is this ass shit? This is some fucking ass shit, is what it is. So folks, I'm just gonna filibuster a bit and see if it works. But if not, I'll talk about Andrew Yang tomorrow. Is it a tweet link though, Riolan? If it's a tweet link, it's probably not gonna work unless the video is hosted elsewhere. If the video, if you know where the video else is hosted, I'll cover it there. But either way, again, tomorrow, 23 hours and approximately 33 minutes from now. Oh, actually, I did get it to work. I clicked on it from Discord, and it did work. Okay. I will have a guest on in 23 hours and 32 minutes from now. On the show... So, tune in. I'm sure people are familiar with the guest. I'll be announcing that on Twitter if Twitter functions later. So does Twitter work now? I guess Twitter works now. It's just... Okay, so Twitter just works now. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Okay, well, I'm not gonna fuck around. Okay, I'm not gonna fuck around.
We're hanging the whole...
Okay, this video is functioning, so let's just... I'm not gonna fucking rock the boat. Let's talk about Andrew Yang. Okay. Folks, let's go. So Andrew Yang, loser of the 2020 Democratic primary, loser of the, 2021 New York mayor primary, and just overall loser, is going to a new project after the Forward Party failed to take off. And, like, he did a bunch of others. He's going to a new project, and we'll see what he can do this time. I mean, I honestly, I just want to say... You know, shout outs to Andrew Yang for just posting through it. Like when a project fails, like when the Forward Party fails, like he's just like, all right, next. Like he knows, all right, I failed. I'm gonna move on to another thing. Like this, I actually do genuinely respect that, right? Instead of like the Green Party, that's still failing. Like think about it this way: like the Green Party has been failing for like 40 years, and they're still failing. And they're still going to fail, and they're continuing to fail, and they're not learning from their mistakes, and they're going to keep failing forever, right? At least Andrew Yang's going to try something new every once in a while, right? So I just want to say, on that note, I'm in. So, Andrew Yang is getting into the Web3 thing. Now, we know he did, like, this Forward Party NFT stuff. So, you know, let's see how this goes. Proud to announce Lobby 3D to help the case for the anti-poverty potential of Web3. Zach Grauman, who I've never heard of, and I discuss Lobby3.io, the trucker convoy, and the appeal of video games to boys and men on Andrew Yang. Okay, but I'm interested in the Lobby 3 stuff. So, let's do this, and then we'll look at this website here.
We are announcing something big and exciting: the arrival of Lobby 3. Lobby 3 is our effort to help explain Web3 technologies and their potential to combat poverty to the folks in DC, the regulators, the lawmakers.
So again, I'm very interested in how Web3 can combat poverty, because this is something I know a lot of people might cringe because they're dumb and uneducated, and that's fine. I genuinely think that certain aspects of cryptocurrency, tokenizing online stuff, does have a very anti-poverty potential. I genuinely believe that. Now, again, as long as rich dumb fucks are in charge of everything, it's not going to turn out that way. So, I also don't trust Andrew Yang to do a good job of this. Now, again, let's think about this, all right? Rich people get away without paying their taxes all the time, no matter what. The government of the United States is bought and owned by rich people, right? So if there's going to be any severe regulation of cryptocurrency or Web3 or anything, think about it. Who are the ones that are going to get taxed the most? The poor people that maybe managed to triple their savings on Dogecoin, right? Versus the rich people who have all these tax loopholes and have all these fields of accountants, etc. Right? Think about it. I'm genuinely asking you, right? So if Andrew Yang, if his goal is to make sure that there's equity, right, and how cryptocurrency winnings are taxed, right, and so that poor people who did maybe triple their money on Dogecoin, right, don't get taxed to oblivion, and rich people are going to get off scot-free. My opinion, right, if crypto is taxed severely, I'm down, as long as the rich are actually fairly taxed, right? That's my opinion on this. So I think that this has genuinely, possibly, maybe good applications and implications. That being said, again, Andrew Yang, not a good track record here. So let's continue.
Makers to make sure that they don't do something that stifles this innovation before it can even really get going or reach its full potential. It's time to make the metaverse safe for innovation. Keep all
again,
of that.
I want to be very clear on my opinion on the metaverse. The metaverse is dumb. Like, it's just like, it's an MMO. That's what it is. Like, it's a video game. And that's cool. And that's fine. Right? But this idea that like imagine owning real estate on a Minecraft server. Like, that's basically what the metaverse is. It's like Minecraft, but worse. Right? Like, if you wanted to have like tokenizing Minecraft, like imagine there's like a big Minecraft server and you want to tokenize like land on a Minecraft server. To me, that is more logical and makes more sense than the metaverse. I just don't get what the fucking metaverse is. I really don't. It's Minecraft, but worse, and you have to pay a lot of money for it. So, the fuck's the point, right? Now, other aspects of Web3, good. In my opinion, the idea of having automatic, like, cryptocurrency-based rewards for online content, for example, that's cool. That's great. Like, for me, as a podcaster, right, the ability for me to make money via cryptocurrency, right, that YouTube doesn't control the flow of information on, that Google AdSense isn't the only way I make money, to me, that's good. I would prefer to have all of my money coming from places that YouTube and these big corporations do not control. That's just my opinion. So I think, again, there are good applications of Web3. I think there's a lot of NFT projects that are good. Poor people and artists selling their NFTs to a bunch of rich people and making a lot of money is good, actually, in my opinion. I'm just saying, that's good. If you are poor and you draw some art and hawk it off to a bunch of rich freaks that give you a fucking couple $100,000, that's cool. I don't know. I'm sorry if that's wrong. I'm sorry if I'm not allowed to think that, because I know a lot of people, right? For whatever reason, they think everything related to Web3 makes you the devil. You're dumb. It's called having nuance. So, that being said, let's see what Andrea Yang's... again, he is focusing on the anti-poverty angle. I'm very interested in this. Let's see how it goes.
Value generation right here in the US of A, where it belongs. Don't offshore it to parts unknown. Let's keep it...
So, one of the things I want to say is, like, okay, like, the whole point of cryptocurrency is that there's no borders. Like... That's the whole point of cryptocurrency. So the idea of, oh, let's keep everything in the USA, to me, that's introducing borders in a place that doesn't need
But
them.
here, you give this community a voice in Capitol Hill the right way, and the sky is, I mean, objectively, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, so the sky's the limit if you do it in the right way. So, what way are you gonna, like, again, I'm just...
Well, right now, this is one of the biggest risks overhanging the whole industry. It's like you look up and be like, what will regulations be? We're well past the point where anyone, in my opinion, can expect a lack of regulation or taxation.
Correct.
Like, it's coming. So the question is it going to come in a benign, transparent way that balances the concerns?
That's thoughtful.
Yeah, because you have two major
researched.
things. One is reduce risk, and the other is fuel innovation and growth in new offerings.
Yep.
And so if you get that balance wrong, you can destroy a ton of value. There's so much opportunity to be had with this technology. It's super exciting.
Okay, so my main concern is that if there are regulations when it comes to cryptocurrency, how are they going to affect the rich versus the poor? Because the government, as we know it, is bought and paid for and owned by the rich. So, of course, the rich would want to lobby the government to regulate cryptocurrency in a way that lets them hoard as much wealth as possible. If you tax more of the poor, and then where are that tax money going to go? To the rich, they're going to be able to buy more of the coins, and they'll be able to control more of the markets. That's just how it works. So, again, if the goal is anti-poverty, if the goal is making sure that the poor in the crypto space have a voice, I'm down with that. Andrew Yang does not have a great track record of doing things for the poor. I'm just saying.
Can't wait to help it reach its potential if we can. But the single biggest thing we can do is just convey a broader, more realistic sense of both the technology and the community to people in DC.
And so it's lobby3.io. You can check it all out. It's going to be fantastic. It launched today. super exciting.
I'm
But
pumped
check it
about
out.
I'm pumped
Check it
about
out.
Lobby
Join the
3.
Discord.
So you'd think, okay, they're doing a promo video. You'd think they'd describe one thing that they're doing with this. Like, I'm just saying, like, you'd think, okay, Lobby 3, IO, new project. All right, what are we going to do? Oh. It's going to be cool. It's going to be, like, it's going to be like web, it's going to be like this innovation, man. I'm sorry, like,
You can join a Discord without having an NFT. So we'll tweet about it. Lobby3.io. Click the link. It'll be fun.
Okay, so there's their promo. Let's look at the website here. So Lobby 3. Now, again, this is something I'm genuinely interested in. I want there to be great regulation when it comes to cryptocurrencies and all this stupid Web3 shit that I don't like and that I do like, right? I want them to be regulated fairly when it comes to rich people. I know that the government's not going to do that, and that's why I am very skeptical of that. Now, again, if Lobby 3 is like the poor person's crypto lobby, all right, I'm in. But I'm going to be honest, folks. I am 0% convinced that that's going to be the case here. Okay, bring the voices of Web3 to Washington. So we've got a website here. I'm not looking at this website in widescreen. Because the way my stream works, so it is a little crunched and it doesn't fit right here. But that's fine. What is Lobby 3? Lobby 3. Now again, let's see. What are they going to do? What is Lobby 3 going to do? Right? What are they actually going to do? Let's watch. Or let's read. Lobby 3 is a new Web3 community designed to give the people a stronger voice in Washington, D.C., so we can build a more prosperous economic future together. Okay. Now again, Andrew Yang build this as anti-poverty. Right? He wants to focus on the anti-poverty effects of Web3 and cryptocurrency stuff. Okay. Again, right there with you, Andrew. Let's find out more. The emergence of Web3 offers a historic opportunity to decentralize economic opportunity, eliminate barriers to financial inclusion, combat poverty, and advance the human condition. As far as the human condition, that's a little bit too much for me. Okay, maybe. But again, combat poverty, how? Can you explain how? Because I can explain to you how cryptocurrency can help combat poverty if it's done properly and controlled by good people that actually care, right? But is Andrew Yang going to do that? Unfortunately, ill-informed and poorly designed policy could prevent Web3 from reaching its full potential. That's why we're building Lobby 3, a project to fund effective policy advocacy and educate lawmakers about the positive potential of Web3. Now, again, these are some very important words here. Effective policy. What is effective? Because if this lobby is controlled by rich people have an interest in taxing crypto in a way that presents loopholes for them, but not for poor people. If poor people have to end up paying a fuckload of tax and all that stuff on their crypto winnings, but rich people have a way to loophole and tax and go, maybe they'll send it to another country, a bank account, or withdraw it, and then send, there's ways for rich people to escape this kind of stuff, and that's my problem. I'm just saying, that's my problem. That's why I would prefer cryptocurrencies to be, I think the regulation that exists right now is okay. That's just my opinion, right? But if they're over-regulated, again, only those that actually were poor and actually made it, in the lottery slot machine, right? They're the ones that are going to get fucked the most here. Because the rich have endless amounts of power to be able to dodge taxes. And that is the problem here, is that Web3 does not change anything at all. It is not a unique evil. The rich always have the ability to dodge taxes because they own the government. Everything in this country is designed for the rich. By building on the unique voice and influence of Andrew Yang, Lobby 3 will help shape a decentralized economic future for all. How? My question is how? Please, how? What is the goal? How it works. Okay, membership. Purchasing a Lobby 3 general membership token means you'll be supporting proactive efforts to give the people a new voice on Capitol Hill, and you'll be joining the group of like-minded thought leaders, innovators, and Web3 enthusiasts who have a front row seat to shaping a collective future that advances a positive economic... Who determines this, and how is it going to be determined, and what are the rules and principles? To me, right, this sounds like all you have to do is give us money and we'll do what you want. And who's going to have the most money to give them? Rich people, right? And who's good? That to me just sounds like another way of corrupting and getting money for these people. I'm just saying, I'm not impressed. And also, what are these dots everywhere? Why are there fucking dots all over the fucking screen? What is this shit? Why are there dots everywhere? This is fucking weird. And like the eyes don't have dots above them. It looks like all the eyes, right? All the eyes and all the text, like the dots are just flowing around the screen. Like what the fuck is this shit? Why are there fucking dots everywhere? Participation through community votes, roundtable discussions with policy leaders. Who are the policy leaders? Oh. And exclusive events, Lobby 3 token holders will participate in building a new community for the Web3 ecosystem. As a community, we will prioritize and propose new policy and aggregate new ideas that need to be top of mind for our leaders. Leaders, aka the rich people who buy the most tokens. Lobby 3 will be available in 3 tiers. Oh, we have tiered membership, folks. Tiered membership, great. Again, we're going to have our anti-poverty lobby have tiered membership where the more you give us money, the more you control what we do, and you're a leader now. Again, if you want to focus on anti-poverty, I'm down. I'm right there with you. I would love it. I would love there to be actual big projects in Web3 and crypto spaces that actually help the poor. There's a couple that I've seen, and they're great, and I love their success stories. Let's focus on that, right? But again, the rich people aren't going to let that happen. Tiers, folks. I mean, again, what the fuck? Our goal is to make this community accessible to as many people as possible while also meaningfully moving the needle with well-resourced advocacy in Washington, D.C. Each minted token adds your unique avatar to the National Mall. And as more community members join Lobby 3, the National Mall will fill with our members. So they're creating their own crypto metaverse version of Washington. And they're selling tokens for people to have avatars. Now, again, rich people can just buy a bunch of lower tier tokens. And then, you know, like, again, if money... this is why money corrupts everything, folks. Lobby 3 token holders receive membership to this one-of-a-kind community. Okay, so let's look. So we got 3 levels. 2 levels. Okay, no, we have a scroll bar here. Okay. Again, the dots all over the screen are jarring. Membership to Lobby 3 DAO gives you an access to our community benefits include Discord access, status updates, AMAs, events, and merch. Voting. So you get voting. 1 token equals 1 vote. That is not an effective... Now, again, level 1 is 0.07 ETH, which currently, as of this moment, let me check what that translates to. As of this recording live... That is $209.73. Now, again, they bill this as anti-poverty. The goal is anti-poverty. And the minimum money you need in order to get one of these is $209.73 of Ethereum. What? Now, again, why is it 0.07? If it was 0.01, right, what would 0.01 be? 29 bucks. Okay, that's fair. 29 bucks, whatever. 29.95. That's literally what 0.01 ETH translates to right now. 29.95. But no, it's 0.07. Why 7? A weird number. A why 7? Now again, also, what's to stop rich people from buying a bunch of level 1 tokens and pretending to be 50 different people and then all voting for regulation, because regulation's going to come. Andrew Yang says that. They're all going to vote for regulation that helps the rich and fucks the poor over and gets the poor money to go to the rich again, and they're all going to, like, what's to prevent that from happening? Shit's stupid. Okay, so, but again, you can spend 1 Ethereum, right, that currently translates to $2,995. 1 Ethereum, exclusive leadership access. So you become a leader. If you've got 3,000 bucks, you become a leader in this anti-poverty lobby. Like, I'm just confused. I'm confused. Now, again, if everyone here was in good faith and they're all like, yes, we are supporting the poor, and I want to spend my money to help support the poor because I believe in that, then that's great. I'm very skeptical of that happening. I'm just, you know, VIP event access. Oh, exclusive merch and NFTs. Website recognition. All level 1 perks. So they become founding members and leaders. They're thought leaders. Now, if you give them 40, why 40? Why not 10? Why not 100? Why not 50? Why 40? Like, who decided on these numbers? 40 Ethereum, folks. $119,854. These are founding members of Lobby 3, joining an exclusive group of invite-only leaders looking to put major resources to work for high-impact lobbying efforts. So the rich. The rich. Again, how are you going to bill this as anti-poverty and all of this shit's going to go to the rich? One-on-one access to Andrew Yang, the Lobby 3 team. You will get to have one-on-one access with Andrew Yang for the low, low price of 40 Ethereum, aka $119,000. You get one-on-one access. So, okay, the rich are going to be able to put the best ideas into Andrew's head. So Andrew, the front of this, is going to be doing all the marketing, right? My dog is licking me. Hi, Max. So, okay, and who's going to be the one putting ideas in their head? Those that have 119,000 US dollars equivalent of Ethereum. How is this going to help the poor? I'm just curious. Now, again, I personally believe that cryptocurrency and Web3 has the potential to help poor people. I do. I genuinely think that. But again, as long as rich people are dominating everything, that's not going to happen. Right? And Andrew Yang, again, if he's billing this as anti-poverty, why is he giving all the power to rich people? Andrew Yang, event attendance, participation, VIP, intimate access, group meetings, exclusive network, all level 1 and 2 perks. And again, what's to stop rich people from just buying a shitload of level 1 perks? Like, if you've got 40 ETH, let's say you have 50, you spend 40 ETH on the fucking level 3, and then you spend the last 10 ETH on a bunch of level 1s, and then basically you control the whole lobby. Again, this is why Andrew Yang is a grifter. I don't know what to tell you. Roadmap. Okay, building advocacy infrastructure. Lobby 3 will fund issue-based advocacy organizations in DC to build the core advocacy infrastructure. These organizations will bring together lobbyists and stakeholders with relationships to key committees and players on Capitol Hill. In theory, if it were poor people, I'm in. Educating policymakers. Lobby 3's partners will work to educate key lawmakers in Congress and across the country on the positive potential impacts of Web3. This work will pave the way for smart, well-informed policymaking in years ahead. Now, I want to say there is no correlation at all between education and policy. There isn't. Right? There's no correlation at all between smart, informed strategies and policy that represents that. Literally, we are still burning fossil fuels in this country in the year 2022. So again, there's no connection to that, and this isn't going to change anything. In key states and districts across the country, our advocacy team will forge partnerships with governors, mayors, and other local elected leaders to run Web3 pilot programs geared toward demonstrating the capacity of blockchain technology to reduce poverty, lift barriers to financial inclusion, and create greater economic opportunity. Again, if this is their goal, they should present like a white paper or roadmap on those policies. Like, if you want to make a blockchain cryptocurrency that, like, you know, gives people a UBI or something, list that out, propose that, and then connect that with this. Instead, it's all a bunch of vague things. They haven't even gotten to the good parts of this yet. The potential for Web3 is not being listed here. So, if you're going to promo this as a way of fighting poverty and stuff, right, you should have at least some anti-poverty measures already listed out, some proposals already ready to go. But they don't. Lobby 3 DAO. Once the initial lobby infrastructure is built, a portion of proceeds will be used to fund the Lobby 3 DAO. This DAO will vote on policy ideas. Again, the rich are going to have the most votes on this. So again, if there's going to be policy ideas and the rich have the most votes, guess what? The rich are going to want to gear their policy toward them. So if they understand that regulation is inevitable, they're going to want to craft regulation in such a way that allows them to enable loopholes and take advantage of things that poor people cannot. And so that's my problem. And where DAO treasury funds should be used to further our mission. Again, rich people will control this whole thing. So if you want to just say that this is for rich people, like, if you want to build this, right, as, oh yeah, we want to have a Web3 lobby in Congress, right, so that we can get all crypto stuff and it's going to be cool, man, totally radical. That's one thing. But he's billing it as anti-poverty. This is an anti-poverty lobby. This is our story. Oh, this is first person. I felt indebted to the Web3 community ever since many of you backed my presidential campaign in 2020. Most of you likely know that I ran on a policy of universal basic income, an idea I championed in some part because it would empower creatives to thrive in a way and our current system simply doesn't. Blockchain technology and NFTs in particular are making this a reality for millions every day. This is true. This is true. Now, millions... Okay, the millions is not true. That's not true. But blockchain technology and NFTs in particular have made a lot of poor people very wealthy. That is factually true. Okay? That is factually true. And again, you can not like that. You can not like that cryptocurrency has done positive things for a lot of people. You can hate that all you want. That doesn't change the fact here. Right? But the problem is, again, if we're talking about legislation and you're talking about rich people are going to write legislation that helps them and fucks the poor. What you might not know is that in the early days of my campaign, I also campaigned a policy called digital social credits, a system where tokens or currencies outside the traditional financial systems serve as incentives for different behaviors that currently go unrewarded. Volunteering. That's interesting in theory, right? For the last number of years, my professional goal has been to eradicate poverty. I doubt that. And if that's the case, if Andrew Yang is sincere, he wants to eradicate poverty, he's doing a terrible job. Let's be honest. A terrible job. If his goal is to eradicate poverty, he is doing the exact opposite of things that he needs to be doing right now. And if Andrew Yang watches this video or whatever, and you want to fucking, come on the show and tell me how, this is fighting poverty, I would love to know. Because again, I actually use cryptocurrency. I've been involved in the space for several years, 4 or 5 years, whatever. I know the actual potential for positive income or outcomes when it comes to poor people, right? None of this. I am a poor person that has been uplifted in a lot of ways from cryptocurrency, right? When I was at my, when I was, extremely depressed, right, I was living off of cryptocurrency, right? When I was having housing issues, right, I was paying for food with crypto. So I'm very familiar with being poor and being able to sustain myself off of crypto and crypto-based rewards. I'm very familiar with this. Andrew Yang is out of touch. He has not spoken to someone like me, right? He knows that something like that is possible in theory, and he's just hanging out with all of his rich buddies talking about it as, a cool, what if, poor people, man? How about you actually talk to poor people in the space? I'm just saying. Maybe your lobby would have a better anti-poverty effect if you actually talk to people that were poor. Right? But again, he's not going to do that because this guy's dumb. The biggest threat to Web3 succeeding in the long term, in my opinion, are ill-informed policies from leaders who have yet to understand the benefits of the future that is possible. We've already seen what it looks like. The broker definition debacle that transpired as part of the infrastructure bill last year is a harbinger. Okay, again, yes. Oh my God, there's so much. Okay, this is just this is just redoing the whole thing. Okay. Again, I don't trust Andrew Yang with a 10-foot pole to be in charge of this project. And what it seems, this whole website, from what it seems like it's not constructed in the best way possible, right? The rich get the most votes in policy drafting. Boom, you lose. It's not you lost. If rich people want to fund policy, that's one thing. But if you're going to say that rich people get to fund the policy and they get to draft the policy, that's the fucking problem. That's not okay. If rich people just want to give money with no strings attached, completely anonymously to a project that helps poor people, great. That's not what this is. All this is going to do is key Web3 more to the rich and fuck the poor over. That's all they're going to do. And I'd love to be proven wrong, but let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Chances are this is just going to be another project he does for another couple months, maybe a year, and then he's going to drop it. And then a bunch of people are going to regret that they put a lot of money in this. So, there you go. Andrew Yang is a voice of reason in the Web3 community. $40 Ethereum is $119,854, Paladin. It's true, Catherine. It's true. That's true. So true. Folks, I know that nuanced conversations around cryptocurrency are extremely rare in left-wing political spaces, and that sucks. That sucks. To me, that sucks. The idea that having an intelligent, nuanced, fact-based discussion around cryptocurrency and how it could be used is so rare in left-wing spaces, to me, like, it's a huge problem. It's a huge problem. Like, letting the right just take this whole space over and just, like, putting your fucking... It's like the whole, like, oh, the internet's never gonna catch on? Oh, the internet's never gonna catch on. No way. Video games? Nah, they're a waste of time. They'll never catch on. Like, I'm just being honest, right? Like the anti-NFT, anti-crypto hysteria is very stupid. It is very stupid. It is very stupid. Like, that's like, again, it's like, oh, you know, a rich person, like, bought drugs, therefore drugs are bad because a rich person, you know, has them. What? Like, I just, like, it's strange to me. It's strange. It really is strange. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like, you don't need any money, really, to get involved in cryptocurrency and Web3. That's a big misconception. Like, if you're an artist, you can go from zero money to a lot of money. I've seen a lot of stories of a lot of people that were poor and artists, and they decided to hop on the NFT train last year, and they made a couple $100,000. Some of them made a couple million. Right? And that's cool. That's cool. To me, that's cool. So that's just me, though. To me, the idea of an artist finding a platform to make $1 million selling their art, I'm in. I'm in on that. So I'm just, you know. Does that mean that there aren't problems? No, there's a fuckload of problems. But the idea that you're going to solve the problems by saying everyone who engages in the space is horrible and a scammer and evil, that's not going to solve the problems. That's going to let those that are engaging in the space nefariously and the scammers, that's going to let them take control of everything. That's going to let them win. It's strange. This is strange. This whole anti-crypto hysteria from a bunch of uneducated morons online is leading to some very strange outcomes. Now, again, you could be I'm critical of cryptocurrency. I'm critical of the world that we live in. But I also participate in the world that we live in. So, just saying. It's just strange. It's strange. The idea that people think that having or owning any cryptocurrency makes you a neo-Nazi. Like, the fact that there is at least a single person out there that thinks that, let alone thousands of people, to me, is extremely alarming. That's extremely alarming. Meanwhile, most of these people eat meat, so I'm just saying, like, the moral grandstanding of these motherfuckers, really, it triggers the shit out of me. I'm gonna be honest, it does, so just being honest. Again, in 23 hours, folks, there will be a guest on this program. So, Ryan Knight was on Andrew Yang. That's hilarious. In 23 hours, there will be a guest on this program. I do not wear makeup. I've never worn makeup. I'm not going to say I never will. It's possible, right? But I have never worn makeup. I know nothing about makeup. I have zero skills or knowledge on the entirety of makeup culture. I know nothing about it. The primary strategy of the capitalist is to never allow the consumer to derive any value from things they create for themselves. They can only derive value by selling their labor. That's why I'm against work. I am against work for that reason. I am much happier doing what I do, right, than working like a menial job for a capitalist corporation. I'm just saying, yes, I make money from AdSense. Those are capitalist corporations, sure. But a lot of my money comes from people that watch my show and enjoy it and help me out. And that's great. And the fact that that's sustainable for me as of this current moment is fantastic. And I want more people to be able to say, fuck work, fuck that shit, fuck you. No one needs to work at McDonald's. It is a useless position. And yet there's McDonald's all across the countries, and they're giving us jobs. McDonald's provides no value to society at all. Fuck McDonald's. Fuck fast food. Fuck 90% of these jobs under capitalism. They're mostly irrelevant garbage that only further fuels the divides, poisons us, kills us, and fucks us up and atomizes us. Fuck that shit. So, most jobs in this country don't actually produce any value for society. They only produce value for the capitalists that own you and are buying you and using you for their own profit and gain. Working at Wendy's produces no inherent value to society. Like, people can work at restaurants that have well-sourced, high-quality ingredients and still make fast food from well-sourced, high-quality ingredients that don't poison people and kill people, right? That's very possible. But yet, the poison is what's winning. I'm just saying, just throwing that out there. I'm against useless work, Bodan. I don't eat fast food. I don't eat meat. Those are unnecessary positions that damage society. Most of us can't do what you do. I would love to train people to become super epic internet podcasters that are highly attractive. That would be great. Like, if I could spawn a legion of people that did what I do, that would be awesome. And that's a goal of mine. So, anyway, folks, guest on the show, 22 hours and 56 minutes. Thank you all for watching. Y'all have a great day. I'm hungry. I'm fucking starving, bro. So, thank you for watching. Y'all have a great day. Goodbye.
The world is actually a small piece of the universe, right?
Really, how many people do that? You mean they moved out and then they said, "Ah, the hell with it, I'll move back in"? You know, it doesn't sound like very normal. You mean they moved out and what? They missed it so much that they wanted to move back in? Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, and then.
Bad deal, should have never been thought of. They're coming all over the place.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.